Hi, hello everyone. My name is Manny, double CCIE instructor for CCNA and CCNP courses. Our website is www.cisnet.ca. Our classes are online live interactive training so you can study from anywhere. So today we are going to talk about what is router basics. So guys, again, what is a router basics? That's a very important course in CCNA. This will introduce what is a router. If you look into this particular diagram, you can see there is a router 1, okay, and it's connected to router 2, it's connected to router 3, and it's connected to router 4. They are called WAN connection. So router to router connections are called WAN connection. WAN stands for wide area networking. Assume router 1 is a head office, router 4 is a branch office. So head office has a switch connected. So we are connecting switch to the head office and we are connecting another switch to the branch office, and there are PCs connected, there are servers connected here. So this is called local area networking, LAN. So whenever people are connected, servers are connected, is called LAN, local area networking. This one also LAN. To connect two different LANs, we need WAN. For WAN, in CCNA, you'll be studying three routing protocols, OSPF protocol, EIGRP protocol, and static protocol, but BGP will be studied in CCNP. And if you look at carefully here, there are IP. So this entire segment is 10.11.11. something. And here the segment is 10.12.12. something. This link has different IP, 10.0.0.0.30. So if you study subnetting, the valid IPs are 1 and 2. 4, another subnet, valid IPs are 5 and 6. 8, valid IPs are 9 and 10. So everything is on the table. And here, any people connecting, their default gateway has to be the router. So router IP is 10.11.11.100. So PC's default gateway is 10.11.11.100. So they will send the packet to the router 1. The router 1 will decide how to send the packet to router 4. Same way, anything connected to switch 2, the default gateway is 10.12.12.100. So guys, this diagram is very important diagram, okay? So, and again, this instruct what is a router, what is a switch. So router is a wide area networking device, switch is a local area networking device, but advanced switches can do routing also. We'll talk about that one later time. So this diagram, the round color symbol is router, this symbol is switch, okay, then red is WAN link, green is LAN link, and all the information is here. So just try to go through the diagram. Now router looks like this. Router has something called console port. So console port and auxiliary port, they are called management port. So this console port is used to manage the router very first time. So very first time, if you want to manage the brand new router, you connect through a console cable and you are using two programs. One is called, so in the industry, PuTTY program is famous, or there's something called secure CRT. There's something called what called secure CRT. Those programs are famous. So PuTTY and secure CRT is programs are using your laptop or desktop to connect to the console cable to configure the system. Auxiliary is a very old management port. Auxiliaries stand for modem connections. Then these are called data ports. You see, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 data ports. You can connect to 8 different routers or 8 switches. You can do data ports. Okay. So let's keep on go, guys. Okay. So I'll come back to PuTTY program a little bit later. So if I go to the next diagram, it is an example of a switch. This switch has couple of, so there are lots of ports. Maybe switches are LAN devices. This ports, so you have 12 times, so 36 computers can be connected, and you have important servers. You have a gigabit connection, and this one also has console port, okay, and also auxiliary port. So again, console, auxiliary, and also there is another port called VTY port. They are called management port. Okay. So guys, this is diagram of the router. This is diagram of the switch. Now management ports. To log into the router and to configure the router, we are going to use management port. So as I said, very first management port is called console port. Then there is something called auxiliary port. Then there is a VTY port. Console port, very first time you use console port to the login to the router. It is using something called console cable or rollover cable. Okay, so it is physical port on a router or switch. I'm going to show you console port. Auxiliary port, you can connect via modem and connect through telephone line. Telephone lines are called PSTN line, Public Services Telephone Network. Again, it's a physical port on the router. VTY port is not a physical port, it's a virtual port. So what you can do, there are two programs to come to VTY port. One is called Telnet and other one is called SSH. So in our CCNA program, we are showing you how to do Telnet, how to do SSH. We do labs on those ones. Now these are management port. Other one is called data port. So basically data port means ports connecting to the router or PC. It has IP addressing. So these are a couple of data ports: Ethernet, fast Ethernet, gigabit Ethernet serial. In the exam, sometimes they will ask you serial port because that's very old port. The speed, just see the speed 1.544 megabit per second. Nowadays, this is very common. Gigabit Ethernet port. Okay, they are all Ethernet. Mostly they are using RJ45 cable. Ooh, this is the example of a console cable. Remember I said about the console cable? This end goes to the PC and this end goes to the router. Just see, this end goes to the router, this end goes to the PC. So not all the laptop and PC have this console port, serial port. So what they're doing nowadays, they're replacing this with USB port. So if you buy a new router, or you can go through eBay and you can buy a console cable, USB console cable. Is easy. Just see, it's showing this end goes to the laptop and other end goes to the router. Okay, and if you look at the cable, they are flat cable. That's why it's called rollover cable or console cable. Just see, is used console cable or rollover cable. You can use that one. So this is the console cable or rollover cable. As I said, very first time you are going to use this one. So I'm going to show you PuTTY program. So what do you do on your laptop? You go to serial, okay? Then the speed should be 9600. You have to see from your, you have to look into your control panel and see what COM port you are connecting. Maybe COM5. So you change the COM number, change the speed to 9600, select serial and click open. When you click open, so as I said, console ports are used very first time. When you click open, it goes to the brand new router setting. Okay, we'll talk about that one. See, remember guys, so PuTTY program, you can get the trial version for free, but industry they pay and buy. And also another program called Secure CRT. So PuTTY and Secure CRT, they are terminal emulator program for routers to connect to the laptop very first time. Okay, after you connect very first time, you don't need virtual. You can use Telnet and SSH to log into the router. Telnet is old, it's not secure. SSH is new, very secure. So they are saying Telnet is clear text communication and SSH is encrypted communication. Okay guys, so let's carry on. Now router boot up steps. What are the steps for router to boot up? So there are 5 steps for router to start up. So whenever you turn on a router, there are 5 steps. Step number 1, post. Post means power on self-test. So step number 2 is bootstrap program, is like a BIOS. Okay. Then step number 3 is very important. It's going to load operating system of the router from the flash memory. IOS stands for Internet Working Operating System. It is like Microsoft operating system. Cisco router has iOS. Then it's going to load the configuration file. It's called startup configuration file from NVRAM. NVRAM stands for non-volatile RAM. Okay, so you can think of it as a hard drive. NVRAM as a hard drive. Okay, so loading startup config from NVRAM to running config. Okay, so running config is in the RAM. Again guys, whenever you do changes, you are changing the running configuration. Okay, so time to time it's advisable for you to copy from running config to startup config. If you don't copy, if the router boot, if the power goes off, you are losing the configuration. It's like saving the Word document. So whenever you're typing on a Word document, you're doing on your RAM. But if you want to save it on your hard drive, you have to do file save and save it. Same thing here. Startup configuration is like hard disk. Running configuration is like RAM. Okay. So now all these 5 steps are defined in something called configuration register. That value is 2102. In the exam, sometimes they will ask you what is the default configuration register. Suppose if you forget the password, so you had to manually go and change the configuration register to 0x2142. In the exam, they will ask you this one too. What's the normal configuration register? What's the password recovery configuration register? 2142 basically what it do, it skip step number 4. So that means it assumes there is no save configuration. It's going to log in as a brand new router. Okay. So to see the startup configuration, to see the configuration line, okay, not startup configuration, to see the configuration register, the command is show version. So brand new router don't have startup configuration, and it goes to something called setup dialog box. So if you turn on the brand new router, there is no startup configuration. Am I right? It's going to ask you, there is no startup configuration. Do you want to configure or no? You should type no. Okay. So just see, brand new router does not have startup configuration file. So whenever you start a brand new router, it comes to this mode. Okay. It will ask you system configuration dialogs. Would you like to enter the initial config dialogs? Yes and no. You better type no. The reason, if you type yes, is going to ask you lots of questions. So packet tracer, what you can do, one time you can type yes, but in the class I'll be typing no. Now to do the lab, Cisco is recommending, Cisco has their own software. It's called Cisco Packet Tracer. I'll be having another YouTube video showing you how to install Packet Tracer software. Okay, so today I'll just show you the Packet Tracer software, but in the future we'll see how to install the Packet Tracer software. So the router, whenever you log into the router, you are going to come like this. This is the mode you are going to come. It's called system configuration dialog box. Okay, then you type no. When you type no, you goes to the first mode, router mode. It is called user exact mode. So router mode is called user exact mode. Its privilege level is 1. Then when you type enable, you can go to this mode. This is called privilege exact mode. Okay, so it's called privilege level 15. Most of the time this one has more command than this one. Okay, so this mode has more commands than this one, but those modes are heavily used. Okay, so those modes are heavily used in the show commands. Then look at this one. It's called configuration mode. It's called global configuration mode. Okay, then there is something called under global configuration mode. There are 3 modes. One is called interface configuration mode, line configuration mode, and router configuration mode. So if you want to configure OSPF, EIGRP, BGP, you go to router configuration mode. If you want to configure console port, auxiliary port, VTY port, you have to go to line configuration mode. If you want to go to fast Ethernet port and to give an IP address, you have to go to interface configuration mode. So guys, at a minimum, remember there are 6 modes on a Cisco router: user mode, privilege mode, global configuration mode, interface configuration mode, line configuration mode, and router configuration mode. Now, basic router commands. Okay, so now look at this one. From router mode, if you type enable, you goes to enable mode. Or what you can do, you like to see what are the commands starting with letter S. You put S question mark. Okay, it will show you all the commands starting with S. Same thing, you can type A question mark. Then if you know the command show, you type SH. You can type show interface, or you can type tab. It's another powerful command. Tab will auto complete the command. Okay, I'm going to show you this one. Okay, so enable, you go to this mode. When you type disable, you go back to this mode. So enable, disable, try to do, and also try to work on these commands. What is show version? Show version will show you that configuration register and all the detail. And if you want to know what are the data ports available, show IP interface brief. Then show run if you want to see the running configuration. Show start. So show run tab auto complete the command. Show start tab auto complete the command. Guys, whatever you are seeing, I'm going to type right now. Okay. So show version, show IP interface brief, show run, show start. Look at this one. Configure terminal. You go to global configuration mode. You can change the name. I can say Toronto router. Then you can give a message. Banner MOTD $. You can put any sign here. So whatever sign you are putting, the sign should be repeating here. It's called delimiting character. MOTD stands for message of the day. Okay. Now if you want to give IP address, you go to the interface. Then you go to interface mode. You type IP address, type the IP address, type the subnet mask, and no shutdown. So guys, there will be another video. There should be already another video, IP addressing and subnetting. Please study on that one. Okay. Now console port. If you give password to the console port, line console 0, login, password. Then line auxiliary 0, login, password. Okay. Then line VTY. So VTY is telnet. So normally, so 0 to 4 means 5 people can telnet at the same time. Some routers have up to 15 people. Okay. So you have to go to the router and see. So now here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 people can telnet to the router at the same time. Then you type login. Then you type password. Okay. So remember guys, these passwords are not encrypted. I'm going to show you right now. Then if you want to go from this mode to this mode, by default there is no password. There are two methods. You can type enable password Cisnet or enable secret net 123. This you can type whatever. You can type your name or maybe your wife's name or your husband's name. Okay. So remember, if you type both, the second password will take over this one. But remember, this password is not encrypted. All these passwords are not encrypted, but on the other hand, this is encrypted. So that's not good. Cisco want you to encrypt all the passwords. So this is the magic command to encrypt all the passwords. Okay. So guys, it's a router basic class. I want you to type the command and try to get familiar with this one. And then, so normally in my classes, the next topic will be IP addressing and subnetting. Okay. So what I will do these ones right now. Okay. So packet tracer software you can download for free from Cisco. Okay. So I open the packet tracer, networking devices, router. I'm going to take the small router. So guys, later I'll be connecting a lab, actually router basics lab, 2 routers. Go to the cable. I use the copper crossover cable. Okay. Click connect fast Ethernet 0 to fast Ethernet 00. Today I'm not going to a lab. I'm going to show you quickly. Click the router. Go to, so you can go to physical, config, CLI. Just see, it's a brand new router. Okay, brand new router coming to setup dialog box. Okay, click. Okay, you type. So it went to now setup dialog box. You should type no. Okay, so if you don't type no, after a while it assumes it's no. That's what happened. Okay, so I'm on the router mode. Let's type all the commands what I am seeing here. So now, so if I type show privilege, PRIVILEGE, privilege level is 1. Let's type enable, show PRIVILEGE. So if you type show P question mark, okay, if I type C, yeah, so there are lots of ways you can do. If I type P question mark, there are a couple of commands. Show PR question mark, PRI question mark, only one command. Now I can type tab. Okay, so just see, show privilege 15. Okay, so let's go back here now. Go back to exit. So disable. So remember, enable goes to privilege mode. Disable go back to user mode. So user mode, privilege mode. Okay, Now if I want to know what commands are with S character, S question mark, so there are two commands available, show and SSH. SH, we know only one command. How do I know? If I put a question mark, only one command, I can leave it like this, or I can type tab. You know what is tab, okay? TAB, tab button is show, okay? Now let's do this one. So now I'm going to go back to, come back, go to now enable, then disable, then enable, okay? Now show version. So show version is very powerful command. So now again guys, when you type a command, if you type enter, it goes one line at a time. If you press space bar, it's going to go couple of at a time. Just see, it's showing you configuration register is 2102. Okay, that means 5 step. Post, bootstrap, flash, NVRAM and RAM. If I go up, it shows you what iOS I'm running right now here. So it shows you what iOS you're running. Just say iOS 15. It's running iOS 15. It shows you how much RAM you have and all the detail, actually RAM, memory, everything. Okay, so how much memory you have. So is a packet tracer software, we are using packet tracer software. Okay, so now that's about show version. If you want to know what data ports are available, another powerful command, show IP interface brief. So in the packet tracer software right now, I have only 2 ports enabled, fast Ethernet 00 and fast Ethernet 01. If I want to connect to more routers, I have to add the ports. So in a packet tracer lab, I will be showing you how to add more ports. Okay, so again, very powerful command, show IP interface brief. Okay, then show run. So remember, show run will show you show run. So run, if I type tab, that's a full command. Okay, either you can type show run like this or tab, same thing. Okay, so this is the running configuration. You can type enter. My advice is type enter very first time until you get used to it. Okay, just see. So it has console port, auxiliary port, VTY port. Now let's show start. Remember this, we didn't save anything. If I type show start, there is a brand new, that means it's a brand new router. It says startup config is not present. Okay, now let's change the name. Okay, config T will go to global configuration mode. Okay, now if you know what commands are available on this mode, you can type question mark. I'm typing, so again, question mark, enter, it will show you line at a time what commands are available. Okay, or you can type space bar. You can type question mark, then space bar, it goes couple of lines at a time. Okay, now shows, so now what we will do, we will change the name. Okay, host name, we'll say Toronto RTR, name got changed. Now you want to save the configuration. Okay, and also let's give a banner, message of the day. Okay, $, welcome to www.cisnet.ca. Guys, check our website. Okay, now you put the same $, so you start with the character, you end with the character, so character is delimiting character, enter. Okay, so we'll look into those one bit later. Now I think we have given IP address. Okay, to give IP address, I'm typing Ethernet 00, but before that you have to see what ports are available. Okay, if it is Ethernet or fast Ethernet, how do you know? Show IP interface brief. This router has fast Ethernet port. Okay, so what I will do, config T interface fast tab. Okay, 00. Then you type IP address 10.10.10.100.255.255.255.0. This is called subnet mask. Then you must type no shut. Okay, exit, because if you want to save the configuration, you have to save it on the privilege mode. So now how to save? Okay, let's type these ones too. Okay, so let's give password to the console port, auxiliary port and VTY port. Okay, let's follow these notes. Config T, line console, but I did contab, console question mark. If you don't know, only you can type 0, login, password sys ccc 123, exit, line aux question mark, type 0, login, password sys aux 123, and I'm simply typing whatever on the notes. Okay, exit. So let's go to this one too, line vty question mark 0 space question mark. I can make 16 people to telnet at the same time. Then type login, password sys vty123. Okay guys, so I want to show you one more thing guys before I go. Okay, like just say now I'll go to user mode 2. If I type okay, this is the console password. Okay guys, so I exit is a console password is asking. So password is sys CIS AUX 123. So if you type wrong, it won't work. Okay, so you have to be very careful. CIS AUX capital, then 123. I did something. Okay, so let's see what's going on actually. Syscc 123. I'm typing wrong. I did purposely, guys. Okay, so password is going to be sys capital CCC 123, enter. I was typing before. I was typing different password because console password is syscc 123 as per me. Now I'm on the user mode. When I type enable, it's going. I didn't type any password, so I want to give a password. Okay, to give the password there are two methods. I'm going to type both the commands. So I had to go to global configuration mode. Okay, enable password Cisnet. Other one is enable secret net 123. So guys, the real password is because I type both, so second password take precedence over the other one. Okay, now let's see what did I do. Show run. Okay, so just see enable secret is encrypted, enable password, you can see the password. If I go all the way down and typing enter in the keyboard. Okay, here you can see the password. Okay, console password is CC. You can type whatever you want, but I'm just typing this one. Okay, the problem right now, and also remember, if I exit out, come back, I should know the console password. So later I'll be having another YouTube video how to recover the password. Okay, now how to encrypt all the password. The magic command is go to config mode. Okay, service password encryption. That's a magic command. Okay, now exit. Now let's type, because show command has to be given from privilege mode or user mode. Okay, I'm on the privilege mode. Let's type show run, enable secret, enable password, go down. Here I gave IP address, I type no shutdown. That's the banner. That's a console password. So you see everything is encrypted now. Everything is encrypted. The guys, only one thing I want you to remember, if somebody knows this one, they can easily recover the password, because type 7 encrypt password, type 7 is nothing but reversible encryption. So if anyone can try to take a picture of this one, they can type the number and they can get the real password. But on the other hand, the type 5 password is irreversible encryption. So type 5, if anybody captured this one, they can't do anything, because the MD5 encryption is reversible encryption. On the other hand, this one is reversible. So irreversible encryption and reversible encryption. Okay, so guys, we haven't done yet. Okay, if I type show start, still not there. So it's my best interest to type copy run to start. Okay, or copy for some people what they do, run tab start tab. This is the full command. Copy running config to startup config. It is same as copy run to start. In the exam you can do either of them. Okay. So guys, what we did a very basic router basic commands. Okay. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Good luck and attend my other courses. Okay. Good luck for you guys.